Job 7. So things that stood out to me, besides the not only the physical but the mental anguish that Job was in, is some of the things that he said. He said that mortals have hard service on earth. They are like those of hired laborers. And I actually can't help but thinking about New Testament when Jesus described the kingdom of heaven like God planting a vineyard and then going away and leaving the vineyard to people, to certain people who tend the vineyard, and they were wicked vineyard, who wants to not give God the harvest in its due time. So it's interesting that God and both God and Job, or both Scripture and Job, refer to us as hired laborers, and I think that is a really true analogy. That we wait for the sun. We wait for the evening shadows, waiting for rest, waiting to be paid. Paid for our labor in the sense like rewarded for our faithfulness as Christians. And then, but for him, he couldn't. He tossed and turned. He couldn't sleep. His body is clothed with worms and scabs. And skin is broken and festering. So, really bad. I wonder why he said that his days are swifter than a weaver's shuttle, though. I don't know. His night seems to be long to him, but his days seem to be short. Maybe in comparison to the night, it feels short. Not sure, but it ends without hope. And then he asked God. He asked God to remember him, that his life is just a breath, that he will be gone. And then he wants to speak out about the anguish and the bitterness that is in him. And it seems like at night he has frightening visions and dreams. He despises his life. And I guess verse 17, he's talking to God, that what is mankind that you make so much of them, that you give them so much attention, that you examine them every morning and test them every moment. It's coming from Job, but because it's in Scripture, it actually sounds like it's valid, that's actually what God does to us. And Job said God never looked away from Job, and he asked God, if I have sinned, what has he done? And why have God made Job his target if Job has become a burden to God? And asked God, why doesn't he forgive his sins? So if he did, he probably is wondering if he does have some sin that he doesn't know about, why isn't it forgiven? But so it's this passage is a little bit hard to read for me, because some of it he's talking to God, some of it he's talking to you, but I don't know who you are. And so maybe to his friends or something like that. But a lot of pronouns going on, and it's just hard to kind of dissect and kind of piece together which part is who is he talking to in certain parts. But okay. It says right here in Job verse 20, insert Masoretic text, is I have become a burden to myself. So okay, maybe some transcription error, we don't know, but we do know that God, the original manuscript that it was written in is considered to be flawless because God inspired it, but there might be problems in the transcription afterward. So yeah, those are just some of the things that stood out.